bit that he gave me to convey is that he says, I want you to know, Mom, that I will never again leave your side or doubt you in terms of what it is that you consider appropriate for me. You were always trying to look out after me, and my loyalty to you has intensified because of your efforts to always try to keep me safe. And he had this great sense of like, I really should have just embodied my mom's common sense of safety more. He said, you always understood what was the best thing for me, and that always is what I should have been having in my mind. He mentions that there was an issue of safety that he could have been better at in terms of following your advice and your general sort of like approach towards safety. So and that was the final section that he gave me to give to you.
Well, I thank you very much, and you make sure you tell Jill thank you for this gift. And I thank you for your energy. I know that this takes a lot out of a person as a medium. So I thank you for giving your energy of the day.
Oh, no problem.
I don't know what else to say. I don't know how this ends other than I don't think I need to tell him that I love him. I think he knows that, and I think you've made it clear that he's very open to me still talking to him, and for me to be more open to hearing him talk back to me. And I think
God, I'm so happy you just said that. He asked me about that before we started. You said you're open to hearing from him if you can, like trying to pick up. He said a word or something here or there, or says a phrase. He was asking me that beforehand, and I forgot to ask you. That is what you mean?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. Yes, she is confirming she is open to this. He does have. Do you mind if I give you a couple more words that he has to say on that? I don't think he realized that you maybe felt that way.
That's fine.
He was hoping so. So let me get. And then also before you go, I'd like to get your email because I wrote all of this out in a transcript and I can send it to you. And believe me, it can be very hard to keep all of this in your mind in real time when it's happening, and it can be very helpful to have it to refer back to later once your mind is kind of settled.
Okay.
It's just in this state, it can be very difficult to kind of recall everything, and I've always found it's helpful if the client has just, a textual kind of documentation that's permanent, that they can, refer back to at any time in the future. So let me get his response, and then I can get your email very quickly. Okay. Okay, he is saying he is so happy and so grateful to hear that you are open to trying to see if there is anything that you can kind of sense and pick up about him with regards to like his feelings on something. And he says while he understands that it may not start off he doesn't know the full capacity that you two will develop in terms of being able to have that sort of like ability to maybe like send a word or two through or send a phrase or something. He is going to work on that as much as possible, and loves that you are open. He is going to get to work on that right away. He also is wanting me to recommend to you any sort of like books or literature that may talk about how a person can develop that sort of sense. And it doesn't mean that you need to become a medium or anything, proper. But there are like techniques and stuff that can allow you to start to work on sort of developing your like sixth sense in a general way. And it can lead to you just developing an ability to tell how he may feel about something, or whether or not you might be able to. You might be able to pick up some words. And what I Seraphine, can say to that is when I send you the email, a lot of them aren't all like how-to instructions, but you can pick up tips on how to maybe like enhance your own sixth sense and your own ability to sort of pick up your loved one. And then that comes in a wide variety of ways. It can be words, it can be images, it can be a feeling. And so I'll include that in the email. I'll list some authors that you might kind of look up in your spare time that might have some tips that can help you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Did you want my email verbally?
Yes, please. If you could give it to me.
Okay. It's going to be my first name, Mary, and followed by no spaces in between. C as in cat, I as in India, N as in Nancy, D as in David, R as in Rick, I, and then C as in cat. The last part is V as in Victor, E, R, N as in Nancy, A, U, at yahoo.com. So go ahead and read it back to me.
Okay. So what we have is, Mary with D as in cat, I as in Indian, N as in Nancy, D as in Dan, R as in rowboat, I as in Indian, C as in cat, V as in Victor, E as in Edward, R as in rowboat, N as in nice, A as in apple, U as in, I don't know what begins with a U, but hopefully you'll hear the U. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Excellent. Okay, so I'll go ahead and send that to you, and I'll include the list of authors. But yes, he definitely is open to communicating with you, and you just start opening your mind to the idea. One thing that I can tell you is try practicing not doubting impressions that you receive. So if you hear something, he won't be sending you anything negative. That's the only thing. If you get something negative, feel free to discount that. But otherwise, try to trust any sort of words that you hear. And their soul orientation over there is unity. So that can be another clue. If it's loving and it's kind and it is unifying and making you feel close to him and encouraging you toward life, believe it or not, as ideal and utopian as it sounds, that really is their orientation once they get into heaven. So it will always be content of that nature. It won't be something that ever is bad or makes you feel bad about yourself or anything like that. So hopefully that can help kind of orientate you in the right direction. I thank you very, very much for this opportunity to meet you both. You both are clearly just really, really intelligent, very, very pleasant people, and it honestly has been my honor to meet from you guys. So I'm hoping this has been of help for you and Jessica. And my condolences for this tragedy. It sounds like it was just very surprising. And I'm very, very just amazed at the fortitude that your whole family is showing in the face of this. You're just a very, very strong family. So I definitely wanted to convey to you my own observations and thoughts on that. There are people that are not nearly as articulate and present. And both you and your son are just very, very clearly very able to focus and allow for this communication to happen. If you were not both so focused, I would not be able to convey so much information. This has been like an especially sort of articulate and sort of expansive communication, and in large part is also because of your own efforts. So thank you so much for making it easier for me to do what I need to do. Okay. So with that, I hope you have a really good rest of the evening. And I hope you're able to enjoy your stay out here, Mary, and enjoy Jill. And I keep forgetting the name of her fiance. He's your first cousin, correct?
It's Michael also.
Oh, Michael. Okay, that's wonderful. That works out then. I hope you're able to enjoy the rest of your stay with Jill and Michael while you're out here in California.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'll send that email off to you shortly then. And, okay, have a good evening.
Blessings to you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.